there was all this angst that the 49ers, being a California high-tax state-based team, couldn't compete with the Floridas, the Texas, the Washington State teams, the no-tax teams.
That's right.
And I just wanted your opinion on this because, this isn't just affecting one team. This is a lot of teams that are high-tax teams out there. And you got the owners there that are at a competitive disadvantage.
Big time.
When you think about it, what was the purpose of a salary cap to begin with?
To even the playing field.
Exactly.
Parity.
It was to level the playing field. So how is it level if you've got zero income tax states that are able to compete, with the New Yorks? It's not just California. You've got Illinois and all that.
Oh, and you don't think the Raiders were cognizant of the fact that they went from California to Nevada? Did you know that John Gruden got a 10-year contract and deferred most of it to the last 8 years because he didn't want to get taxed while he was in California?
And I guarantee you the franchise tax board in California is going to find some way to claw that back. So we'll see how that goes. That's why you have an exodus of people leaving California.
That's right.
But I'm just wondering why you don't have a lot of these, owners getting together saying, look, why don't we just adjust the salary cap?
Exactly.
We're in high tax state, just up it by 13% for, and they can do it. If they can manufacture the salary cap, keep track of it, they can go and put that allowance in.
It's a great question. I have no idea why they don't do it. It needs to be done. The Seahawks have a unfair competitive advantage, as do the Raiders, every Texas team, all the Florida teams. Yep, it's not right.
Yeah, and it wasn't an issue because this year we managed to retain a lot of our players and so forth. I was just curious why the league didn't just sit there and say, you know what, why do we have to lower the salary cap? There wasn't a problem that the league had with the revenue coming in that was imposed on them. So why didn't they just keep the salary cap flat?
Right. Absolutely.
If you can bring that up, and I might be a nice topic.
Real quick though. I mean, if you notice, the Niners bring back all their guys. Why were they able to sign them? Because it's like they've played here, they know it. They don't have a good track record of bringing in big free agents who have no ties to California because they can't compete. They can't offer as much. So why do the Niners constantly sign and trade for people who have injury history? Because they're cheaper. And if they didn't have those injury history, they'd probably sign with a team in Texas or Florida.
Well, I just think also you got a great culture here. I mean, not only just there, but California. But I think it's another topic that you and your father could talk about. I'd like to get his perspective. Salary cap. When DeBartolo, they compare DeBartolo, Eddie to his son. There was no salary cap back then. Sure. And so while you did have a lot of money, you also had to take really good care of your players. And Eddie had a real history of doing that. He did a lot of things where he was sending gifts to the girlfriends and the wives.
Right.
And that's how we had leverage over the players, because the players get angry and saying, hey, we're checking this out. The spouse is just saying, no, you're
wait a second. They take care of us. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. It's not like this everywhere. Yeah.
So it's good, but just food for thought. But I was just curious. I mean, if you can talk, Mac Jones out of town, maybe you could start lobbying for this, because I mean, it would be good for not only California teams, but for the rest of the league.
Yeah, it would be. It's common sense. It's so obvious. It's surprising it hasn't been done yet. Well, great call.
You got Patrick from Menlo Park came up with that. You carried the ball.
I'll give you the credit. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Appreciate it.